Shalom YouTube. You're listening to The Financially Savvy Chick. In today's video, I want to talk about how IMF unveils the new global currency known as Universal Monetary Unit, which is supposed to transform the world, but we know that's not going to be a good thing. The article says this should set up an alarm bell for all of us because the widespread adoption of new global currency would be a giant step toward the globalist agenda. The IMF did not create this new currency, but it was unveiled at a major IMF gathering earlier this week. So I went to the source and I closed it. So I went to the source and I looked up the it's right here. Part of this, they kind of break it into little conversations or so forth, but it actually, if you go to the IMF website and you put in here universal basic income or global currency, it'll take you to this article right here. Well, several of them. Here we go. The IMF approach to central bank digital currency, right? April 11th is when it was published. Now, when you scroll down of this article, it actually gives you all the paper policies and field text. These are all the archives to this particular subject. So you can see it stops right here in 1996. Which again, this has always been in the works of creating digital currency. So don't be alarmed at this. This is not new. So the article goes on to say, as the press release quoted above indicates, this new universal monetary unit was created by the Digital Currency Monetary Authority. So who in the world is the Digital Currency Monetary Authority? The DCMA is a world leader in the advocacy of digital currency and monetary policy innovations for government and central banks. Membership within the DCMA consists of sovereign states, central banks, commercial and retail banks, and other financial institutions. So all these people, all these people right here are the ones who are or have their hands in the, what's the saying? Hands in a jar. These individuals are responsible for a lot of what's going on, hands in a cookie jar. So basically it sounds like a secretive cabal of international bank and national government conspiring to push a new currency down our throats. And it's being pushed down your throat because, believe it or not, if you don't accept this currency and you don't accept this new policy that they putting in place, how are you going to buy groceries? How are you going to pay your rent? How are you going to pay your electric bill? How are you going to go and service your vehicle? If you need an oil change, how are you going to travel internationally? Like, you guys have to think about this. This is going to be shoved down everyone's throats, but those who are already prepared for this, it may not affect them as much, But, of course, the Digital Monetary Currency Authority is not the only one that's been working on a new digital currency. The UK has been working on one the same as the true European Union, and it wouldn't be surprise anyone that Biden admin is touting the potential benefits of a digital form of a US dollar. So you talking about a vast majority of digital currencies are going to be put out there. United States Central Bank digital currency would be a digital form of the U.S. dollar, while the U.S. has not yet decided whether it will pursue a CBDC. I'm going to show you guys something. So I'm going to go back to the IMF website. I'm going to go back to the home page. When you search universal income, it actually brings up this chart. Hold on. There was a chart that I was looking at, and it shows the Chinese yuan as the number one currency. It showed the Chinese yuan being the number one and it had the highest rate. It was like $6. Excuse me, it was 1.0995 as the rate for one unit, and the US dollar was like 0.57. And then they had like the other countries listed. Hold on a second. They had the other countries listed. Universal monetary. Okay, it's not coming up. I should have saved that. Go back to this article. But pretty much it was a chart, and it was showing all the rates of what each country's one unit of their whatever currency it is, whether it's the Jordan dinar, or Ghana cedi. It showed what the rate would be, but it had a disclaimer that said they're pretty much hold themselves guiltless or not guilty. Is saying that even though they publish that information, they don't have any influence on whether or not the governments choose to enforce those rates, which is a pile of baloney. Because why would the IMF exist if the U.S. government central banks didn't go off based off their policies and things of that nature? So that right there is a bold-faced lie. I don't think that it's a coincidence that governments all over the Western world are simultaneously developing CBDCs. You know, they know what they're doing. And the IMF has actually already put together an extensive book. A lot of people out there will cheer when these digital currencies be introduced, but it's imperative to understand that once everyone is using them, your financial privacy will almost be totally gone. Authorities will be able to track virtually everything that you buy and sell, and I'm sure they won't hesitate to use that information against you. Needless to say, the potential for tyranny in such a system is off the charts. Can you imagine a world in which you are restricted from buying meat for a while because you have already used your carbon credits for the month? They are going to use that term I want to say loosely. Yeah, should I say loosely? But carbon. We're pretty much carbon. You know what I'm saying? Like, they taxed us just for breathing. You're being taxed just for breathing. You're being taxed just for existing, which is wrong. Okay? Your financial privileges could potentially be restricted at any time at the whim of a government bureaucrat. And if you're a big enough troublemaker, you could be deplatformed from the system permanently. Of course, in order for such a system to have real teeth, cash and other forms of payment will need to be phased out. Please hit the thumbs up if you like this video. I hope you found it informative. Just go read this for yourself. Go check it out. I mean, they put out there what they're going to do. They ain't hiding it no more. They never hid it, actually. You just have to do the research yourself. Don't forget to check out our website, thefinanciallysavvychick.com, and check out our blog section. Until next time, shalom.